Alright, so in this second video we want to have a animated drop down, kind of. So let's name this, let's just name it animated drop down. Animated drop down. Okay, so first I'm going to have, let's say, I don't want to have a select. I want to have a div that is going to be holding everybody first. I name it div. So let's call this let's just do like a nav bar. Okay, so let's do a simple nav bar right here. So we are going to first have, let's say we have the logo side, and then we have the UL and li. Or we can use anyone in that, but better to use a UL and li. We don't need to have a link here right now. So let's just say let me just have this. Let's just say we have 2 and 3. Let's just leave it like this. So this is a very quick nav bar. So I want anytime I over on, let's say this second one, let me name it about, I want something to drop. Okay, so and then for this second one too, let me just take this one, let me just name it like, let's name it page. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to have our inverted selector and then give it margin of 0 and then padding of 0 and box size border box. Okay, so that is for this. So first I want to have the nav bar. So let's style our nav bar and give it width of, let's say, 100 VW, kind of. It's not really composite, but rather kind of 100 VW. It's not composite to write it anymore. So I want to have a height of, let's say, 13 VH, 13 VH, and I don't know. We'll talk about some other things, like, let's say, let me just put it up here so I will remember. Let's talk about, first, let's say we want to talk about, okay, we'll talk about box shadow right now, and let's say we want to say, what can we use again? Okay, what you have talked about position, but for a more practical example, let's just use it here. So let's say we want to use position. Now let me make this green so I would be able to see it clearly. This is an extension, by the way. You won't work on your side if you give another asterisk to make it green. The extension is, I think, best comment. If I give it this, to make it red like that. So just for me to know, let me make it red so I'll be able to see clearly. We want to talk about position, and let's say we want to talk about what is this thing? What do they call it? Let's just call it. They used to call it glass morphism or something like that. So I don't know. Let's say glass. Okay, so for the nav bar, let me quickly preview this on the browser. And there we have the nav, simple nav bar. So for the logo, let's just say for the logo, put a triple exclamation mark there. Okay. Alright. First thing first, I want to do is I have the width and height for this guy. So I want to have a display flex. I want to have an align item center and maybe justify content space between. So the space is going to be far. But yeah, let's leave it like that, space between. Okay, so next thing I want to do is style the logo. No reason, I don't need to style the logo anymore. Just say we want to have our UL. It's good to have a class name for the UL though. Let's just class it immediately now. So for the class, let's name this nav list. Okay, and let's give this one class name of drop because it's the one I wanted to drop. Okay, so what do I want to drop? The thing I want it to drop is I can specify those things inside of this place. So I can say we can have a div right here, and then let's just say, let's call it menu. So the thing that I want it to drop is should be like, let's say, we can even call it UL. So we're going to be having a line. So here I'm going to have a line of, let's say, 1, 2, 3 or something. 2 and then 3. Okay, so this is what's going to be dropping anytime I over on this guy. Okay, so for now everything is going to look scattered in my CSS. So we have this like this. So let's start with the nav list. So this nav list, I want to style it over here. First, I'm going to give it a display flex. Display flex, so everything is going to go away from themselves, and then I'm going to set the list style to be none. Yeah, list style, list style, and then set it to be none. So it's not going to have those dots or disk or whatever they call it. You still have it. I have no idea. But let's continue though. So display flex, align item center, justify contents. No, we don't have to do justify content. But let's just do the align item center and give it a gap. And why am I still having it like this? I have no idea. Okay, I'm a chicken. I did not link the CSS, so link our CSS over here. Why? So we have this right now, and it is so wide because I use space between. So let's use space around. So both of them are going to be kind of in the same. And then we have it. Okay. So for the that is for the nav list here. So for the menu, I'm going to first of all remove the list style there. So I don't have this list. I don't want this list style here. So let me copy it and then paste it there. So the listing is gone. Yeah, it is gone. And also I want this thing to be display none because I don't want it to show for now. So I'm going to set it to be display none, and we won't see anything again. So we have this right here. So let's quickly talk about box shadow like I promised. So for the nav bar, we can set a box shadow for this. So box shadow takes up to three properties. So first thing is, you can take more than that. So the first thing is the how thick do you want the color to be on the x-axis. So we can set a 1 pixel, and let's say this one for the y-axis, and then this for the spread of the column. Like how long do you want it to be spread, kind of. So this is just like the best values that I have used over the years, or let's say 0, 3, 7 or 3, 5, or you can play with the number. And then we want to have a RGBA color, but I'll over on this black and I'll reduce the opacity to like 0.2 or 0.3 kind of, and then let me save this. So this is how I use my box shadow over here, and we have it reasonable box shadow right here now. So that is box shadow. So what I want is anytime I over on this guy, the drop down should work. Okay. So first, before I display none of that, let me make it show. So I'll style it reasonably. So first thing, what I want is I'm going to add a position to this drop. So let's style the drop. So we have a position of relative. Okay. So this menu is going to be position of absolute of the drop down. Okay. So there we have it. So it is absolutely under the drop down. Absolutely. Wow. So let me style the menu. Let's give it a width and height. Let's say we want to have its width of, I don't know what is numbering. Let's just say 20 rem or something. I don't know how big 20 rem is. So let me just see what I'm doing first. Let me give it a black color. Okay, it is wide. Let's say like, I don't know, 10. Let's give it a height also of, let's say similar value. Let's say 10 rem. Also, so we have it like that, and let me position it more. See how it is like more to the right. I want to position it to like center kind of. So let me use the left property. So we can specify a negative value for left. So if I say like that is 10, so let me say like 5 rem for the left. Now it is still not in the center. So let's kind of get the value right. Let's say 3. Oh, good. So 3 is not even that kind of. So let me remove the black color here, and let's give it a better, what do you call it, better radius of, let's say 10 pixel to make it kind of rounded. And what can we do again? to it. Oh shit, it's not at the center. The 5 was good. So if 5, the 5 was too much. It is too much. So let's see. I don't know what to do. Let me remove it. Let me give it like 0. What do I want? I really don't know what I want. Let me leave it to 3, and then let's give it a background color. Let's say BGC. Okay, let's say transparent now. And should I do this now? Okay. Let's have it. Let's have it. So where is it? Let me give it a box shadow so I'll be able to see what I'm doing. So let's have this. Let me copy the box shadow up here. Box shadow. So now we see what we are doing. Okay, there it is. I want to center this 1 to 3 to be in the center of this guy. So we know how to do that already. So we can have a display flex. We can have for the horizontal axis, yeah. So it's going to be on flex direction column. So we are going to give it flex direction to be column, and because if I don't do that, see, everything's going to be beside himself. Yeah. So to make it change to the vertical axis, so it's going to be flex direction column. And once we've changed the flex direction to be column, if I do normal justify content center is supposed to work for horizontal axis, but now it's going to work for vertical axis. See, it works for vertical axis because I've changed the axis to column instead of flex. So, but align item center will now work horizontally. Now we see this in the center. Let me bring it to the top. So I'm going to remove this one. Yeah, and not again. And then we have it up here. So let's give it each of them a padding. It's not really going to make sense though, but let's just have it menu, and then each of the li, let's just give them a padding of, let's say, top to bottom, left and right. So let's say like I don't know, this is going to scatter it. Okay, yeah, could make sense. And we want to show it at the bottom of this nav bar, or should it be here? Yeah, let's leave it at that place. So there's also a property called cursor pointer. See, like this cursor I'm having here of text, I don't want this to look like a text. I want it to look like a link or something like that. So for the nav list, yeah, I'm going to give this a cursor pointer. So as you can see now, it looks like as if I'm pointing on something. Everything inherited. Okay, so now I want to hide this drop down. So let's bring back our display node. Okay. What the this one up. This one says not going again. What should I do? It's supposed to be display node, no? Oh, sorry, I have a display flex here. Okay. So what the reason is because this display node, this flex is overwriting this display node. That is why. I think if I change the hierarchy, it's going to, yeah, now it disappears. Okay, so we don't want this display flex and I love this guy. I don't want this display flex here. No. Okay, so let me cut it away. So when I want it to be flex is whenever it has shown. Okay, so and what will make it show if I over on the menu, which is sorry, if I over on this drop rather. Okay, so on our drop, this one, I can say drop, and then I would add a over effect to it, over pseudo class to it. So if I over on the drop, I want this menu. So that's the previous video. So I recorded the last video without, I don't know that the mic was muted, so I was just saying rubbish for nothing. Okay, so last video I used this pseudo class, this, yeah, I don't know what to call it, this selector. Yeah, it acts if only there are children. I believe they're assembly rather, if only there are siblings. So there are no siblings, but it is a child of this, so it does not really matter if I do it or not. Okay, so if anytime I over on this drop, I want this menu to then have our display flex. Okay, so let's test it if voila, it worked. And then it's too fast, it's showing too fast, so we can slow it down by adding a transition. And we would add a transition to the drop because it is the parent. So here I can give it a transition of, let's say, everything, I don't know, 0.5 seconds, and then easy out like that. Okay, so it's okay. Now it's not going to work because of display property. What we can do, that we can cheat this thing, is using the opacity, or you can use position of top and every other thing to display this guy. I don't know which one to use first. So let's say, first of all, this guy opacity should be 0. So let me set opacity to be 0, and then whenever we are flexed on this, the opacity should be 1. Okay, so it's going to start from dimmer to bigger. And can I do this if I'm comment the displays? Oh, it's too fast though, but it is working now. I don't think the opacity is working. The display none and display flex is making the opacity, is overwriting the opacity. But that which this is how we do a drop down in HTML. I hover on the home, nothing happen. Only when I hover on the about, you see this drop down, then we can come select anything we want. Okay, so that's for that. And for the class morphism, maybe another video shall, not now, because I have to like do a lot of things in this project, and I don't want to make this video longer. So let's say next video, yeah, in case you don't hear what I'm saying. Okay, so this is all for the project, and this code is going to be available on GitHub. Okay, so thank you.